You know when you just want to watch a really feel-good Christian movie and you think, you know what, this is in my watch list, you know what, I'm going to watch this on a Sunday afternoon. This movie, okay, is so bleak. Bearing in mind, this movie is based on a true story. Oh my days. It's actually truly sad and just... Anyway, hearts were like... Oh, my heartstrings were being plucked. But it basically follows a story of this guy who loses his son. He does lose... Okay. I skipped a bit too far ahead. He loses his father when he's young. And he's still kind of like holding on to that trauma. And then he becomes a police officer, and then it turns out he can't really deal with the trauma as much. He does have like a Christian like colleague and stuff, but he doesn't go towards that kind of field. He just uses his drinking to kind of numb the pain and everything, the things that he's seen. And then he gets promoted to be a traffic watcher, and that's why he drinks more alcohol, because he's there when there's a road incident. And in the movie, a lot of it is like drunk driving incidents. Families are getting died because of a drunk family, kids, that sort of thing. So he's very, very traumatized, and during this whole thing he starts to become very distant from his partner. It's tragedy after tragedy. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does work out, but oh my days, because her press for him, because oh my days, it was like just I felt so, like the way they filmed it, you could see, like you could feel the trauma, even though you weren't there and you didn't see all these road traffic you weren't traumatized by this and stuff, this and that, but you really felt it. And well, I did anyway while watching it, and I was just like, oh my days, this is so bleak. Please, when's this gonna get better? And it does get better. I will say something that's really interesting, which we pointed out, that there's going to be, well, I say spoilers. If you know his story, then it's not really spoiling. But anyway, a little bit of a spoiler. But there's an incident where he kind of gets involved, where he nearly loses his job. But it involves like having an affair and stuff. And there's like regulations on like that kind of thing. I don't know much about like a police officers in America, and it depends on state and state. But basically, he kind of uses his Watson and sleep. Yeah, anyway. Whatever, and he has this affair, and this pastor he's been talking to says, you need to tell her the truth, because he's obviously worried she's going to leave him and stuff like that. And he's like, you just need to tell, like, because he asked him for prayer, but he says, I can't, like, there's gonna be consequences for what you've done. Like, you can't kind of run away from consequences. To a certain extent, sometimes you let off, but a lot of the times there are like backlash. Anyway, she finds out, and he hadn't told her, so it's kind of like, we did say you should have told her. Anyway, whatever. I thought that was an interesting thing. Anyway, either way, this is a very bleak story, but I'm glad that the family are great. They've had more kids, and they've come out of it. Their marriage is stronger than ever, but oh my days, like, oh, this is very, I think I need to pick me up after that, because oh my days, that is just so, it's so, just the way everything is filmed. Like, you can watch so many different films about like trauma and stuff like that, and it kind of washes over you if you're watching a movie where the main character, whatever character is going through trauma. But this one really sticks with you. You can really feel the characters' emotions alongside while you're watching. You're in his shoes, basically. You feel like you're literally in their shoes, like your emotions are connected to him. But oh my days, and literally only God, because anyway, just watch it. But I will say, if you're gonna watch it, as I said, it's not like a pick me up like movie and stuff. It's very bleak, but it's a good one.